Well, hey everybody, welcome back. We've got a big mine we're going to be exploring today. Yeah, this one's a bit more modern. You know, the older ones, in my opinion, they're a lot more fun, but occasionally I guess we'll do a more modern mine. So let's get started on this one. This one's big enough to drive old Bob into. What do we got here? Someone's coat. And there's the old electrical panel. I'm seeing some papers down on the floor here. Let me see what year we got. Come on, focus there. 1985. Yeah, it's been a while since someone's been in this one working. Okay, let's continue on. See, as you get into like the 80s, 90s, even the late 70s, that's when a lot of new regulations came into play. You know, MSHA and such. And so mines had to be fitted with, see these rock bolts and fasteners to hold the back and the ribs up. Okay, we got a choice here, right or left. Well, let's follow the right-hand rule today. This one's called the 302 drift. Let's stick with the right-hand rule. So as I'm walking here, this drift is probably about, I'm going to say 6 to 7 feet wide and, at least 10 feet tall. Not seeing in the much in the way of geology right through here, and typically you won't in mines like this. These drift levels were primarily haulage adits used to haul the rock out from a vein that they're trying to intersect. We're coming into a little bit of a wet area here, and there's a bunch of wires hanging off the back. That's from the vent when they're ventilating the mine. Doesn't look like this drift is going to go very far, folks. Nope, that's going to be it. Okay, I'll meet you back where we came from at that junction. See you in a bit. All right, we're back at the junction here, and we just came from that direction. Okay, let's continue. Let's work our way down the main haulage adit here. I like the looks of these rock bolts. Take a look at that, folks. I'll stop for a moment. It always kind of makes a mine look creepy, doesn't it? Look at the size of the vent here. It's about 24 inches in diameter. Pretty typical for a modern mine. Now, one time they had a bunch of electrical running through here, but it looks like somebody came in and scavenged all the copper wire out of it. There's still a little bit dangling here. Let's take a look. Is that well, it's still there. Okay. There's another jacket there hanging on the wall. And let's see, do we have a little something here going off to the left? Let's just take a peek in there real quick. Yeah, that may go back into some older workings. We'll come back and revisit that. For now, let's just stay here in the main haulage adit. peek down there real quick. Still quite a ways to go here. Here we got some drill steel there laying up against the wall. I'd imagine if gold and silver prices jump back up again, somebody would probably come in here and start working this. All right, what do we got here? Okay, I am panning to the left because I'm seeing what could be, yeah, right up in there. That's some of the original workings. And looking a little bit back from where we came from, again, more of the original workings. Okay. Well, we will come back and we'll revisit that, but let's just stay on the main adit here. It looks like we have a decision to go right or left. Let's go right. Okay, yeah. Now here you can see they have finally intersected with part of the ore body. Let me point it out to you. Right there, if you can see the laser. And it's coming across here, down into there. Let's take a closer look up into this and see if they were stoping this out or what were they doing. Oh yeah, we're definitely into the ore body now. Just a kind of a little stoped area. Oh, wait, we got some rocks coming down, folks. Moving back, hold on. Yeah. All right. See how that happens? Just a little bit of, just the vibration of your voice. A few of them fell down off the ceiling there. Okay, let's continue on. That's why you wear a helmet. Well, we've got what's left of a dynamite box and somebody else's jacket. 402 drift. Wow, look at all the iron oxide coming out of the rock here. See that? Let's take a closer look at that, folks. Oh, it's oh, come on now. The word will come to me. Disintegrating granite. That ain't the word. All right, working around here. Wow. It's getting even bigger. And part of the ceiling is starting to fall. See this? And that would be it. Okay, turning back around. I just found something laying on the ground here. Oh, it's nothing. Sometimes you can pick up little clues, you know. Okay, well, I'm just going to keep the camera rolling, because what we're going to do is work our way back into what appeared to be some of those old workings. And we're going to stay out of that drift level where they were getting ready to stope. That was just right here off to my left. That's too crumbly. They blasted that. They haven't mucked it out yet. Way, way too crumbly. All right. Now this appears to be some of the original workings. This is going to be real interesting. All right. And before I got here, I noticed higher up on the hill, there's some shafts. I'm guessing that's probably where this is going to lead to. Yeah, look at we're getting into old timbers now. Very nice. Okay. All right, we can go right. We've got something going down and something going left. Oh, and hey, look up over my shoulder here. Take a look at this. There's an old ore chute. Let's see. Well, let's continue to the right, shall we? Oh, we've got a bunch of rock just dangling right above our heads here. That looks pretty sketchy. Yeah. Let's look up in there. All right. Let's get past this section. Be real careful. Wow. I'm loving this. I didn't expect to, I was expecting a modern mine. I wasn't expecting to get into the older workings. This is really fun. And let's go up here a little bit further. Oh yeah, we're definitely back into the ore body again. Let's see if this continues. Nope, it pinches out. All right, turning around. Okay. I'm going to get back through this sketchy spot here. Take another look at it. before we go down into the abyss, what do you say we continue this direction? Oh, here we go. There's the area where they were mining it out. And it's about 5 feet. 5 feet thick in this area. And it goes and pinches out right up there. Well, let's go take a look just to be sure, huh? Shall we? Yep. Probably went a little bit further, but some of the material here from that upper workings fell down into it, pinched it off. All right. And you see this big crack? This whole piece right here is ready to, it's just dangling. That's what's called a hanging rock or a widowmaker, folks. Let me point it out to you. See that? Right there. Oops, wrong light. Let me try this one. See that crack right there? She's all shifting off. Yeah. All right. Let's get out from under this. Not a good place to be. All right. Now, let's see. What we got going on down here. There's another piece right here. Right there. See that hanging rock? All fractured. But that's okay. I don't think we need to go underneath it because it just goes down there and pinches off. Well, maybe not. Let's take a look. It might go down there and bend around that corner right there is a possibility. Let's take a look. Okay. Let's start by looking down and to the right. And it stops right there. Okay. And down and to the left. And it's hard to see. Let me get a little lower. And oh my gosh, this is so loose here. Let me. Well, folks, it does go further, but it's too dangerous. Way too dangerous. Looking back up here. And the reason it's too dangerous is because it's what they're doing is they're trying to get underneath the ore body and all of this rock is really, really soft and fracturing. All right, I'm gonna take a minute, catch my breath, and I'll be right back. Okay, back again. We just came from there. We're back in the main haulage at it here. So now we've got this one. Okay, let's see here. All right, gonna get over some of these rocks. There we go. Again, we got a nice view here of the footwall. Okay, and there's your vein. And what do we have here? Oh, 4 bags of ammonium nitrate. Okay. Here's an area. And another bag of ammonium nitrate right up there. All right, and that's the end of this one. Let's read what that says on there. Yep, I see. Info. Yeah, you're probably asking, so is that explosive? No. No, it's just ammonium nitrate. It doesn't become explosive until you mix it with one other ingredient. And then you have to detonate it with a more significant charge, like say dynamite. And then the dynamite has to be initiated with a blasting cap. So no, ANFO is perfectly safe. That's why they use it pretty much exclusively anymore. Okay, let's get down out of here. Okay, looking back where we came. Now, wasn't there... I thought we had one more up here. Let's take a look. Yeah, was it right here? I believe so. Yep. All right, let's take a peek up in here. All right, let me see here. Let me check out the back here. I'll see how safe that looks. Okay, we're gonna peek up and over. And there's another bag of ammonium nitrate. That may even be the same one. We're just coming in from a little different angle. Okay. Panning back around. And that is going to be the end of this one, folks. Now, I thought I saw something higher up on the hill. So I'm going to work my way back out of this. We'll head up there and see what we can find. Meet you up there.